Give me that. Cromartie. Cheat him. Cheat him. Ah, just totally fucked up all YouTube highlight. If I could have returned that one, chat. That's how you throw one. Claypool cheese on a Steelers fan. Loser. Yeah. The hat trick. The hat trick. We got to return this one, right? Nope, that's stop and go. The hat trick for Cromartie. Oh, I'm just terrorizing the Steeler fan with Claypool. An Eagle fan terrorizing a Steeler fan with Claypool. GG's in the chat. You hate to see it. GG's in the chat. Yo! What's going on, everybody out there? This is Popular Stranger, and we are back at you again today with another Madden 21 Ultimate Team video. It's Legend Saturday. We got two brand new legends in the game. We're going to take a quick look at them, but for the most part, we're focusing on some Saturday market trends in this video, things that I have noticed over the last couple Saturdays that I think might help you make some coins, you know, make some investments, some smart decisions with your MUT coins, your MUT squad, and a little insider information. This is my second time recording this video, so can I get some L's in the comment section? Because I recorded it once already, and I can't speak. My mic was on mute, so L's in the chat, L's in the comment section. Let's get on into the content. Of course, it's Saturday, so that means that we have Legend Solo Challenges. It's very important that you play these each and every week because you're going to get yourself a Legend token for, guess what? The Legend Token Solo. And this is important because if you play enough of these, 18 to be exact, you're going to get yourself a free full Legend card. And the time to get these done the fastest, the quickest, obviously, is playing every single week. So all you got to do is play it on 1 star. Don't worry about it. If you're struggling against the computer, you only need 1 star to get the Legend token. And we're going to take a quick update and look at the timeline for when that free Legend is coming, because we're getting a little close, but it's still very far away. Now, also, we get all of these solos, and every week with the new Legends. This week, it's Deacon Jones, Edgerrin James. We're going to get their power-ups just by playing a solo. Again, you only have to play these on 1 star to get the reward, the power-up. The reason I bring this up every week is because I think, you know, there's going to be a new person that hasn't never watched one of my Legend videos, but they might be watching the first one this week. So I want to remind you guys, make sure you guys are aware, I wrote down some pricing. It's very crucial that you play some of these if you haven't already, because these power-ups sell for a lot of coins in some situations. Morton Anderson, 24K on the auction house right now. So if you have not played this solo, go play it. Sell the Morton Anderson card, 24K right there for a solo. Not bad at all. Deion Sanders, which came out, I think, like week 7 or 8, somewhere around there. All right, nope, we went too far. Week 6, there it is. Deion Sanders, 18K. Mike Vick on this week 6 as well, 9K. Bo Jackson, which was like week 3, his power-up sells for 16K. Lawrence Taylor, which was a couple weeks later, he's selling for about 15.5K right now. The guys that came out this week, Edgerrin James, Deacon Jones, right around 10, 11K. I expect these guys to go down in price. One thing that you want to make sure you do, play these early as possible because they're only going to go down in price. If you knock these solos out right at 10:30, you're kind of one of the first people to be done, and you don't really care about these legends, you don't need their power-ups, put them on the auction house. You'll probably be able to get 15, 20K. Steve Smith was a really good example. Last week, early on, his power-up was somewhere between 12 and 15K. Guess what it is now? Like 2K. So if you get them done earlier, the better. Sell them. You know, there's just people out there that don't want to play solos. They rather just buy the card rather than play through a solo, and you can capitalize off that. Again, if you have no interest in using these cards on your team and you don't need the power-up. Also, guys like Vic, LT, Bo, not a bad idea just to hang on to their power-ups, because usually around Christmas time or a little bit after that, they get their second upgrade of the year. And a lot of times that type of content is announced the night before, so that means that night of when it's announced but not really in the game, people panic, they overpay for power-ups, and guys like Vic, Bo, LT, Dion, you know, they're really big names in MUT. They have been for years. People will spend and overpay, and if you got one of those sitting in your binder, or maybe even a couple, not a bad idea to invest in some of them when they get cheap. You might be able to make some coin that way. So those are the legends. We're not going to focus too much on the stats. I don't think Deacon and Edrin, though they don't look like bad cards, I don't think a lot of people are really excited about them. It's not your typical, you know, hype Saturday legend type of day. And I think with Most Feared probably around the corner, that's why we got guys who were like, you know, they're cool, but not that great. Make sure that you're playing those token solos. I wanted to give you a brief update on the timeline. You should right now, if you've been playing every week, have 12. I'm short one because I haven't played this week's yet. Once you get to 18, you're going to get a free legend. I did the math, looked at a calendar. We're looking at like right at the end of November. So I don't know what the overall legends will be by then. I'm guessing 93. Hopefully they put some kind of, you know, restriction on what you can get. Because the worst thing is playing all of these solos for, you know, 14, 15 weeks, however many it's been. Because we got a couple the first week that was all in 1 week, and getting like a 90 or a 91 legend. So I would really like them to see it's like a 92 plus or something. They won't do it, but I'm just, you know, hypothetically praying that it will happen. But make sure you play those solos. Earliest you're going to be able to get them is the end of November. Now again, we talked about this week's legends, Edrin James, Deacon Jones. If you want to see their stats, head on over to mutthead.com. They'll have them all on there for you. I'm not going to focus on them too much because I don't think they're highly desired items. Deacon Jones looks like a good card. My fear here is that with Most Feared around the corner, you know, a guy like Aaron Donald could certainly get an upgrade and just, you know, make this card useless really, really quick. If you're rocking a Rams theme team, of course, you're probably going to want this card. Looks like a good one, but I'm just a little worried that, you know, Aaron Donald is right around the corner and probably getting an upgrade. Edrin James, pretty good card, but there's just other running backs out there that, you know, to me are better. This card's pretty balanced as far as the speed and the power go, so that's nice. The Reggie Bush is really good out there. Of course, Barry Sanders. I thought for sure that we would see a running back in the 50 promo yesterday, being Friday, but we did not. But we did at least get another running back. I'm sure Eric Dickerson's around the corner and probably coming soon. So those are the Saturday legends, same layout of course. I want to talk about market trends, and one thing I'm noticing with the 50 right now is a good way to invest. Now, I say this very cautiously because from week 1 and 2, we had the fresh players, and they were 81 overalls, and they gave us 91 overall full cards. They hit us with a curveball last week, week 3, and now this week, week 4, where the fresh players are 82s, and the full cards are 92s. So investing, you got to be a little careful. But you can definitely prep for next week without knowing who those cards are. You can get a head start. You can also flip these cards and make a lot of coins, assuming they don't go 93 overalls with the 83 fresh. I still think we're at least one more week away from that happening. But I really, really need you to hear this. If you have any worries, any less than 1% fear, that's not the word, confidence. If your confidence level is less than 1%, if it's less than 100% that they are going to up these to 83 fresh players and 93 overalls, do not listen to me here. I am not worried. I don't think they will do this. And hopefully EA, learning from their past mistakes, will announce, you know, when we're going to go up from 82 fresh players to 83. But I think we got one more week of 82s is what I'm trying to say. And you might notice on Friday, those cards tend to go up in price, right? So Legend Saturdays have been a really good time to buy them when they're at their all-time low. The hype is over. Unfortunately, less than 24 hours, the hype is over on some of these 50 cards. People are opening up legend packs. They're dumping things left and right. And you can find these cards for really, really cheap. Now, I want to show you two that I bought when I recorded this video the first time. We got a Vernon Davis at 17K, a Cromartie at 12K, so that was a really good snipe. You saw Willis there as well for like 17K. I say all that because normally on Fridays when new cards come out, these fresh players sell for like 23 to 24K. And if you look at the market on a Saturday, same cards, 82 overall, will go to the 50, and you just gotta go through the different positions here. So we're gonna go quarterback for Brett Favre. The goal right now here, the target, is try to find these under 18K. And why do I say 18K specifically? I mean, you see a Brett Favre right there. We'll go to tight end, Vernon Davis. 18.3, a little too high. We'll go to CB. There's two options there with both the Cromartie guys. we're looking for 18K and under. We got 18,250. So you just want to cycle through all the positions. Middle linebacker for Patrick Willis. Because these cards, right, they sell for about 23K on Fridays. Of course, me being me, I did some math for you guys. 23K minus 10% equals 20,000 coins, 700. 20,700 coins is what I meant to say. I'm an idiot. If you're buying these cards at 18K, selling them for 23K next Friday, you can make about a 2.7K profit on each one. Now, you saw the example on that Cromartie where I got them for about 12.5K. So that's really like an 8,000 coin profit if I wait until next Friday to sell them. So investing in these cards on a Saturday when they are at their lowest and then reselling them the following Friday when they go back up in price because the new cards, certainly a great strategy to make coins. Again, if you're worried for any reason, I don't want you to do this because I'm saying to do it. I'm telling you that's what I'm doing. If you have any doubt in your mind that these cards are not going to stay 82s and 92s on Friday, please do not do this. I'm obviously sitting on over 5 million coins right now, so there's a little room for error as well if needed. But you can also kind of look at the fact that DRC last night was selling for 500K. So if that were to happen, you could still go back and get some of these older cards that are 92s like DRC, Patrick Willis, Antonio Cromartie, which are all really, really good cards. So one other thing to take a look at, and I put out a video on this. I'm not going to go through a full tutorial on it again right now, but I definitely recommend checking out that video that I put out a couple of weeks ago, maybe a little over a week ago. It's going to be linked to this one, upper right part of your screen, circle letter I. You should know the drill by now. Go watch that. It's basically a 50 set calculator, right? So what I'm showing you here now is if I go back over to the auction house and we show you that Cromartie, right, his full card, Antonio Cromartie, and this is really only going to work with the newer cards because all of the older 50s, they got the, you know, the power-up solos that came out. Their power-ups are dirt cheap, but the new guys like Antonio Cromartie, they are not dirt cheap. So you see his full card's about 315K, right? And then you take a look at his power-up, which I think was still right around 300K. We can find power-ups over here. You know, well, not that Cromartie, the other Cromartie. Come on, where is he? There he is, about 307K, right? So if you look at this spreadsheet, what it's saying is if I can sell the power-up for 300K, the full card for 310, after tax, that's going to net me 549K. So say you have 10 of these 81, 82s in your binder. That means you need 22 more to complete the set. If you can get those other 22 at 18K each, you can make 153K profit, right? So these numbers all adjust. Say you need 25 of them, your profit's going to go down. If you need all 32 of them, this is going to tell you, you know what, you would lose 27,000 coins, not worth doing. But say maybe you can find them all, you're being really stingy for 16K each. Now we're looking at a 37K profit. Say, you know, it does all the math, I guess is my point here. You need 25, but you're going to find them at 17K each, 124K profit. So go watch that video. It's a full tutorial breakdown on using this spreadsheet and this calculator. But on a Saturday with the market trends the way that they are right now, this is something to take a look at because you're going to be able to snipe and find these 50 cards for a lot cheaper. And normally on a Saturday, you know, one thing that I've noticed with the market is that typically the pricing, you know, the auction house is down in pricing from like 10:30 right when content comes out till about 2-3 Eastern time in the afternoon. After everybody's done ripping packs, they go about their business on a Saturday, they're doing whatever they're doing, prices do slowly start to trickle up. So that's something, you know, next Saturday and beyond I need you to look for because it's just a trend. I mean, it's been that way for years and months, and I want to make sure you guys are aware of it. Auction houses go up and down on the daily, and buying at the right time could save you thousands of coins in the long run. So the last thing I want to do in this video, and honestly I'm kind of doing this blindly, is take a look at what training was looking like on Wednesday. I put out a video. Here's my training point spreadsheet. I have not updated this since Wednesday, but you guys can update it yourself. You can utilize it to calculate the best and the cheapest training in MUT. So all you got to do is look in the description of this video and every video. The link is down there. Exclamation point TP in the chat if you ever come to my live streams on Twitch. You can find it there as well, or just go to my Twitch channel when I'm offline and type in the command. But file, make a copy. You want to make sure that you do edit it this yourself and calculate the cheapest training. So this is what it was looking like on Wednesday. And really the best rates were 89s at 99K. Even 88s were about 84K. If we look today, 88 without much sorting is down to 68K. And then what we say, 89s were about 99K. We're looking down here. We're looking for an 89, not seeing one just yet, but there's one that sold for 89. So obviously the market is down right now, and that's just, an obvious trend that happens on every single Saturday. But even though prices are down right now, with most feared likely around the corner, I'll just be honest, be very hesitant on spending. If there's somebody that you need for your team on Weekend League, like, right now, today, or this weekend, obviously go buy it while the prices are down compared to a couple days ago. But Most Feared is usually one of the biggest promos of the year. We haven't got many details on it yet. Just be careful of your spending. Don't go too crazy. And here's one last tip of advice. Don't sell your team. I get that question all the time. Most Feared's coming. Should I sell my team? No, because you never know what the promo is going to be. It could be a gigantic flop L and everybody hates it. And now you're stuck there with just a bunch of coins and the prices actually are going up. And now you're missing out on all these players that you used to have. Don't sell your team on a full promo or the hype of a full promo. Wait until it comes out. Be cautious of spending before a promo comes out because prices usually die down. Training dies down as well, and we might get an alternate currency. We got one last year, so we'll have to wait and see. Every time we get an alternate currency, it drives down the pricing of training once that promo ends. So just be careful spending this week. I would do more investing on the 50 cards and maybe get a little bit of training in case we get some reroll packs because training's down right now. But don't overdo it. Thank you guys so much for tuning in again. We're going to try to drop a MUT mailbag episode tomorrow, so be on the lookout for that post in the community section of my channel where you can leave your questions, MUT related, Madden 21 related, and we'll try to answer those for tomorrow's video. Thank you guys for tuning in. My name is Popular Stranger. I'm out. Peace.